Hey guys, I'm Johnny. Welcome to our next Beachbody 30-day challenge. Dominic Sirocco and I are going to be rocking this one out for the next 30 days, starting Monday, tomorrow. So I wanted to give you a little introduction and tell you what to expect. I'm going to do a few podcasts because I don't want to overwhelm everyone. This first one, I just wanted to introduce myself to you and tell you a little bit about my journey and why I work with Beachbody. Basically, I started out as a very fit kid. I played soccer. My dad was in the Air Force, so I was a military brat, and I actually got to play soccer in England. But I also ran track, played basketball. I did a lot of things. And then as I got older, I continued to do sports throughout college here and there. I actually became a fitness model when I was in my 20s. And it was a little weird how I fell into it, but it helps, supplement some of my college expenses and whatnot. In fact, this sweatshirt, the reason I'm wearing this is because there was a stint that I did with Sony, and I was in a Sports Illustrated college edition at one point in time. But here's the thing about it. I'm not trying to say that to brag or anything, but basically, I was skinny fat. I didn't have a lot of muscle tone. I mean, I was fit, but I really didn't have a lot of muscle tone. I was really super skinny. Part of that was because, to be honest with you, from the age of 12 to 13, I developed an eating disorder, and I've struggled with it my entire life since then. It's been a part of things that I do, the way that I think. I later became a mental health counselor. I've got a master's in psychology in community counseling. And part of the reason for that drive, I think, comes from my own personal struggles with my own addiction of my restrictive behavior overeating and being super thin for all those years. When I was in my 30s, I got married and I had 3 kids, and I ended up moving from Arizona, where I went to school, to California, and then to Missouri. And I was on Depo-Provera when we moved here to Missouri, and we currently live in St. Louis. And it was a really hard time for me. We moved initially to a very small town. I got very depressed. My husband and I were having some problems because of jobs and because of where we were at and depression, and I'm sure a lot of it had to do with the Depo-Provera. We made the choice to get off of the depot and to do other things, so that we didn't have any more kids. And so now I've been Depo-Provera free for about 4 years. We moved back up to the big city again. I changed jobs drastically, made some huge changes, and got back into my own mental mindset again. I went back to the gym, started to become a gym rat again, arrested my eating disorder again, which of course is a big thing for a mental health counselor. How can I go around telling people not to do their addictions and not to live that life if I'm doing it myself? So I went back to the gym and I made some great strides, and I lost some of the weight. I never gained a lot of weight, but I was really unhappy and uncomfortable with myself for a while there. And I had to learn to do everything bottom up. I knew what good nutrition was. I knew what good exercise was from my younger days, but I didn't apply any of it. I just, let it kind of go. So I decided, I was in my late 30s at this point, and I needed to make some major changes, and I needed to actually live what I was teaching. And so I got real serious. I got a nutritionist. I got a personal trainer. I was a gym rat, and I had some success. My sister then burned me a copy. I got a bootleg copy of P90X, which most of you have heard of, and I didn't stick to it. I did a little bit here and there, but I really didn't stick to it because I didn't understand the secret behind Beachbody, and I'll get to that in just a second. So what happened was I was sitting around with my husband one night on the computer just messing around, and I came across a TurboFire ad. And I've always been interested in mixed martial arts and kickboxing and things, but I just kind of thought, I've got the kids, and I work a lot of hours with my regular mental health counseling job, and so I just didn't think that I was going to have enough time to actually go and do that. I already spend the time in the gym and whatnot and lifting weights and doing all those things, and I just didn't think I was going to have time for it. But I just kind of got a bug, and I said, hey, honey, is it okay, if I do this TurboFire thing? And he said, yeah. So went ahead and, we made the joint decision. It did cost a little bit of money, and so we made that financial decision, and I went ahead and I purchased TurboFire. Now, I didn't purchase it through a coach because I didn't know that coaches existed. I didn't understand that whole process. So I purchased it on the web, and I got the whole thing. I got Shakeology, I got vitamins. I went ahead and, signed up for Team Beachbody website, which is awesome. And then I met my first coach. Well, not really, because my first coach wasn't active. It was Beachbody just kind of assigns people, coaches who come in off the web. And she hadn't been active in like 2 months. I emailed her and she never emailed me back. Well, then I got another email from another guy, and he was really cool, but he didn't go the extra mile. It wasn't until I met my current coach, Nye, that I realized that there was a whole community on Facebook, on Team Beachbody, and they were all actively logging their workouts, logging their nutrition, talking about Shakeology, doing cleanses together, keeping each other on track, competitive, texting each other, the whole 9 yards. It was kind of like a 12-step nutrition sponsor. I don't know, So I got involved with my current team right now, and then I decided to be a coach myself. In the initial stages, I was a coach in order to get the discount, because you get a good discount if you're a Team Beachbody coach. But then people started talking to me about, what are you doing? And you're taking Shakeology, and you look great, and you're a different person. Even at the gym, I had gone back to the gym to pick back up on personal training again after a couple of months, because I took that time off while I was doing TurboFire. And even the manager at the gym was like, you were a totally different person than you were when you walked in here 3 months ago. What did you do? And I told him, and he was like, that's amazing. That's great. And so started working with another trainer again, doing some Olympic lifting, doing some CrossFit type stuff. But then I started Insanity, that I had bought for my husband, who was supposed to do it. I ended up doing most of it. And then I did Les Mills Pump for 13 weeks, and that was a lot of fun. And currently I'm doing RevAbs. So I'm really familiar with a lot of the products that Beachbody has. I'm sold on them. I've been taking Shakeology for almost a year now. I've been taking Activate vitamins. I take Recovery drink. I think it's amazing. I've done a lot of research on all the different types of shakes and all the different types of meal replacements. I'm really into whey protein and isolates and understanding the science behind it all, because I'm a science geek too. So when it comes down to it, I think Beachbody is the best program for myself in terms of my own fitness. But I want to tell you another reason why I'm a Beachbody coach and why I really love this company. I love this company because their motto is to end the trend of obesity. And the way that they want to do that is one person at a time, inspiring average people like me who just want to get fit again. And I'll tell you something. I am healthier right now at the age of 40. I just turned 40 in September. And I am healthier now than I was when I was doing fitness modeling, when I was in my 20s, when I thought I was at my fittest because of the numbers on the scale. I'd step on the scale in 118 pounds and 5'5", and I was super skinny, and I got a lot of attention for it. But really, I think when it comes down to it, it was because I had good self-esteem. But I wasn't fit, and I'm fit now, and I know that I'm going to head into my 40s now with the knowledge, not only the knowledge, but also the action to do what I'm doing right now and to stay healthy. And I'm not going to die. I mean, most women who have eating disorders, I'll be honest with you, most of them die around the age of 40. And so that's a really scary concept for me. I'm at that age right now where I could go either way, and I had a decision and I had to make it, and I went with it. And I've had so much success, and I've had so much fun. Now, here's the thing that I'm so excited about with all of this, is that I have an opportunity to coach you and to bring you into our team and you into our fold. And whether you just do the programs, whether you just take Shakeology, whether you become a coach yourself, it doesn't matter. The point is that you, in the next 30 days, are going to be healthier than you are sitting here right now. And that's awesome. And that makes me inspired, and it makes me feel really good, because I know mentally and physically you're going to feel better in 30 days. Now, if you stick with me for 90 days, that's going to take us into the new year, And just think about the changes that you can make. If you can make that many changes in 30 days, think about the amazing changes that you'll be able to make in 90. So let's not, jump the cart before the horse. Let's take this one step at a time. Let's do our 30 days, and we'll go from there. And that was my family behind me. So anyway, welcome aboard, and I'm looking forward to this next 30 days, and I'm going to do the next podcast on the steps that you need to take and about some of the products. So stick with me, and welcome aboard. Fit Cat Pride.